This is the briefing on how to deal with roundabouts. First of all, not all roundabouts are exactly the same. We don't always have a left on the roundabout first exit, cross the roundabout second exit, right on the roundabout third exit. They can vary with different amounts and types of exits, but we'll deal with that a bit later on. But most roundabouts are pretty much laid out as this diagram. Now, there's a procedure we use when dealing with roundabouts, and it is mirrors, signal, position, speed and look. Now, the best thing to do if we're going to go left on the roundabout first exit is get our position on approach to the roundabout before we get to the roundabout, so we're not fighting to get in the correct lane when we're nearly on top of the roundabout. So the position for turning left on the roundabout is left lane on approach, so we're coming in the left lane. We check our centre left mirror, we put our left signal on, and as we approach the roundabout we start scanning for our gap to go, because if the roundabout's empty we may not necessarily need to stop, but if we do then we stop, wait for our gap to go. So we come up here, we're scanning, which means we're not just staring to our right, we're looking both ways, scanning. So on approach we've got our centre left mirror on, our left signal, we stop at the roundabout waiting for our gap to go. If we can walk across, we can drive across. So when we see our gap, we pull out, keeping to the left hand side and keeping our left signal on, outside of the roundabout. We come off the roundabout for our first exit, straighten our wheels up, check our mirrors, bit of gas and off we go. And that's how we do a left on the roundabout first exit. If we're going to do cross the roundabout second exit, we use the left lane on approach, so our position is the left lane. On approach we check our mirrors, but because we are going straight across the roundabout, we're not turning left and we're not turning right, we don't need a signal on approach. So on approach we check our mirrors, keep in the left lane, scan on approach, and if we need to stop, stop at a giveaway line. We wait for our gap to go. Again, if we can walk across, we can drive across. So once we've got our gap to go, we pull out into the roundabout, keep to the outside of the roundabout. Don't be tempted to cut across like this. It's always around the outside of the roundabout. So we keep to the outside of the roundabout. Now, as we pass the first exit, this is the exit before the exit that we want. So as we pass the exit before the exit we want, we check our centre left mirror, put our left signal on, keeping to the outside of the roundabout. Then we come off at our exit, straighten our wheels up, check our mirror, bit of gas and off we go. So that's cross the roundabout second exit. If we're going to go right on the roundabout third exit, we need the right hand lane on approach. So we're going to do a merge from the left hand to the right hand lane well before the roundabout. So the first thing we do, we're driving along in the left lane, we check our centre right mirror, pop our right signal on, and when it's safe to do so, we merge with the right lane. So on approach, we're in the correct lane for a right on the roundabout third exit. So we're in the correct lane, which is the right lane. We check our centre right mirror, we pop our right signal on, and we stop at the giveaway line if necessary, waiting for our gap to go. Once we've got our gap to go, we pull across to the inside of the roundabout. We come round on the inside of the roundabout, exit 1, exit 2, which is the exit before the exit we want. So as we pass that exit, we check our centre left mirror, pop our left signal on, check our blind spot to make sure it's safe to move over, and we start moving over, coming off in the left hand lane. Must check your blind spot, because if there is a car coming round this way, we may not always be able to move over, so we come off in the right hand lane and we can always move over to the left lane later on. So that's how we deal with roundabouts. We are going to go left on the roundabout first exit, so we need to be in the correct lane on approach, which is the left lane, which we are. So we check our centre left mirror, we pop our left signal on, we scan on approach for a gap to go, because we may not necessarily need to stop. As we can see, it's clear, so we'll proceed. We come round, off at the first exit, keeping our signal on until we've finished with it. And once we're off the exit, check your mirror, straighten your wheels up, cancel your signal, bit of gas and off you go. This time we're going to cross the roundabout, second exit. We can see the signpost, so we can see second exit is straight ahead. And again, mirrors, signal, position, speed and look is our routine we use on approach. So we're already in the correct lane, we're in the left lane. So this time we check our mirrors, but we don't use the signal because we're going across the roundabout, second exit. So no signal on approach. Using the left lane, start gently braking, and again we scan the roundabout for our gap to go. As you can see, the roundabout's cleared, so we can proceed. Now we keep to the outside of the roundabout. As we pass the first exit, which is the exit before the one we want, we check our centre left mirror, put our left signal on, come off at our second exit, and as we come off the roundabout we check our mirror, new road, new mirrors, bit of gas, and away we go. This time we are going to go right on the roundabout, third exit. So we need to be in the correct position. We need the right hand lane, so we're going to do a merge. So we check our centre right mirror, pop our right signal on, matching the speed of the traffic or the lane we're moving into, check my blind spot, then move over safely. Then we cancel the signal. So now we're in the correct lane on approach for the roundabout. If we're going right on the roundabout, third exit. So on approach, I check my centre right mirror, put my right signal on, as again, we're already in the correct lane on approach. So I start gently braking, scanning the roundabout again on approach for that gap to go. We may not necessarily need to completely stop. It's clear, so we go to the inside of the roundabout this time. We pass the first exit, and as we come round, as we pass the second exit, which is the exit before the one we want, we check our centre left mirror, put our left signal on, start moving over, checking your blind spot of course, and as you move over into the new road, new mirrors, start checking your mirror, and as we come round we can straighten our wheels up, check your mirror, bit of gas, and off we go.